What's up, y'all? Out here at the range, as you can see behind me, to do another day full of jelly testing out here. Some pretty decent weather out here today. Supposed to be right at 50 degrees. And then this weekend supposed to be nasty, a foot of snow, 25, and howling winds out here. So we're going to try to get ahead of the game here and do several tests out here today. As y'all can see by the title, first up on the agenda is another punch test. What we got going today is, of course, the punch 29 grain flat nose projectile. Now, something quick I want to mention about this. I've mentioned this before in several videos, but I don't think people maybe caught it. A lot of people realize this, but I don't know how well this is going to come through in this camera because of the wide angle lens on it. But these punch cases are longer than a normal 22 LR. The overall length is still the same because it's got a short projectile, more like a 22 long style of projectile, but the case is a little longer like a Stinger. Matter of fact, the case is exactly the same length as a Stinger, so that's one of the reasons why this thing is so hard to beat when it comes to penetration and velocity out of such short barrels. So like I say, I've mentioned that before, but I wanted to mention that again. So anyway, got our punch 29 grain flat point, and then what we're putting it up against today is some good old Remington Thunderbolts. This is one I've been wanting to do a test on, you know, just to see if a basic Thunderbolt, I mean, I think everybody's familiar with the good old Thunderbolts, just a regular 40 grain lead round nose projectile. So it'd be really something if this Thunderbolt actually beat the punch on penetration today. And as y'all know, these tests have kind of gone down to just a penetration kind of thing, because in my personal opinion, there is no better self-defense 22 LR than this punch, period. So at this point, we just kind of made a little penetration type of game out of it. As y'all know, I've decided to stick with the handgun on the rest of these tests that I do, and we're going again with the Taurus TX22 4-inch barrel TX22, so should be a good test. I'm really curious to see if this Thunderbolt's got anything for this punch. That would really be something else if after all these things we've tried, the good old Thunderbolt pulled it out. But I've got my doubts on it, but I'm curious to see. So let me get y'all set up and we'll get started. All right, y'all, as usual, we're going to start out by getting some speeds on these things. We're going to start out with the Federal Punch 29 grainers. I'm going to do a 5-shot average on these. So I think the last time we did this TX22, it was around 1150, something like that. So should be about the same, but let's see what we get, y'all. 1203, 1253, 1159, 1236, and 1213. So pretty good speeds for sure out of such a short barrel. Let's go see what that average is. All right, so the 5-round average on the Federal Punch is 1212 feet per second. So that thing's moving on out of this little 4-inch barrel. Let me get y'all reset and let's check out these Thunderbolts. All right, y'all, let's see what these Thunderbolts have got in them. The box says I think 1200 some, so I'm not feeling very optimistic about these. To be honest with you, I'm already practicing the eulogy for these things in my head. Well, we ain't gonna count them completely out just yet. Let's see what they got. Do a 5-shot average on them. 1033, 1041, 942, 970, and 1000. So definitely right much slower. I don't know about these things. Let's check out the average. All right, the 5-round average on the Remington Thunderbolts was 997 feet per second. That ain't looking good, because if y'all remember on them punch, it was 1212. So 215 feet per second faster out of this punch. That's about 20%. So it ain't looking good for the Thunderbolts, but we're gonna check them out anyway. So let me get all this stuff reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's thunder and lightning jelly time. We're gonna start out with the punch. This is gonna be the lightning for sure. So let's see what this punch does, y'all. All right, nice hit. Let's go down there and see where it went. All right, y'all, fantastic performance from the punch. As you can already see, it almost made it to the end of that first block. So let's see if this thunder can follow the lightning. I got my doubts big time, but we're gonna give it a shot, y'all. All right, right up under the punch. Let's see what it did. All right, y'all, let's take a quick look at what we got here. So on the top is the punch, on the bottom is the Thunderbolt. So as you can see, obviously the Thunderbolt couldn't reach out and get that punch for sure. But I will say this, I'm pleasantly surprised by how good this Thunderbolt did. I really didn't expect quite that much, to be honest with you, but that's actually a pretty good performance out of that Thunderbolt, especially to be just a bulk budget type of round. With that being said, obviously the punch outdid it. The punch looks like, I'll measure here in a second, but it looks like it's sitting at about 15 inches. The Thunderbolt looks like about 3 inches shy of that. Wound channels on them, both of them actually look really nice. The punch has got a really nice wound channel. Thunderbolt, really nice wound channel up in this area here. Now both of these rounds are sitting completely backwards, so totally tumbled around backwards, and they're facing backwards sitting in the gel here. No deformation whatsoever, none of that, so I'm not going to pull them and mark up and cloudy up the gel for my other test, but totally backwards, no deformation, completely intact. One thing I will say on these wound channels, and I've mentioned this on the punch before, it really impresses me how much wound channel the punch has all the way down its track. You can see it's got nice areas of expansion, wound, not necessarily expansion, but pressurization, wound channel making action way down its track all the way to here. And most of the other rounds we've tried, like this Thunderbolt, it comes in and it's got that initial energy dump and probably tumbled around in here, but then it kind of just stays straight like a little solid pencil of a wound channel. Where that punch, I mean, that wound channel, that disruption just carries so much further than all the rest of the rounds that we've tried. So as far as the actual penetration on it, the punch, like I said, it's sitting out here actually at 15 1/4 inches on the punch. The Thunderbolt went out to like 11 1/2, rebounded back to about 10 3/4 or 11. So 11 1/2 forward momentum on the Thunderbolt. The punch 15 1/4 forward momentum. So significantly more penetration out of this punch like we normally do see. But again, I'm really surprised by this Thunderbolt. All right, y'all, here we are again at the end of another punch test, looking at the same results. That Thunder just could not keep up with that lightning that the punch brings to the table. That punch is just absolutely dominant when it comes to self-defense use, in my personal opinion. Now again, that being said, the Thunderbolt did put on a very nice performance. I was really actually surprised after seeing the speeds of those things. I mean, they were basically, that was a subsonic average out of those things. So really surprised me how good they actually did. Both of them tumbled around backwards, so it was a pretty even test as far as what happened when it went into the gel. So really surprising the results on this Thunderbolt. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Did you expect this out of the Thunderbolts? Did you expect more, expect less? Let me know what you was looking for. I know this kind of seems like I'm beating a dead horse with this punch test, but I'm genuinely curious if there's something out there that I haven't tested yet that might can beat this punch in the penetration field. I've got a few more things I definitely want to try on this. So honestly, I kind of hope I can find something, just, you know, just so I don't seem like a big punch fanboy, because, you know, I've said it before, I got no skin in the game here. I'll use whatever I think is the best. And in my opinion, 22 LR defensive ammo, this punch is the absolute best from what I've seen so far. But y'all let me know down below what y'all think about this punch. I know a lot of y'all's impressed by it like I am. Some of you think it's kind of meh. You know, we all look for different things when it comes to performance like this. Let me know down in the comments too if there's some things I haven't tested yet. Like I say, I've got a few more already that I'm still going to test against this, and then I'm going to move to 22 Magnum against it, to be honest with you. But if there's some LRs that I haven't tested yet that y'all still want me to try, let me know down in the comments. I'll definitely jump on it and test them out. But if y'all enjoy the video as always, make sure you hit that thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon down below so you can get notified when I upload new stuff. I've had several people here again lately, and I've noticed some weird stuff going on with subscriber count during the night. So definitely make sure and check that you are still subscribed if you're meant to be subscribed, or if you want to be subscribed and you're supposed to be, make sure you still are and you hadn't been unsubscribed for whatever reason. Check my Amazon storefront affiliate link down in the description. Like I always ask, if you shop through Amazon anyway, just click that link first, go through Amazon like normal. From there, do your shopping like you always do. It doesn't cost you any extra time or money, and anything you buy anywhere on Amazon after going through that link first, we get a kickback from Amazon towards the channel. So I greatly appreciate that. Appreciate all my Range Gang members who reached down and hit that join button. That really helps. I really thank y'all for that. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all who watches my videos, thumbs up, subscribes, and like I say, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think about the punch, and let me know if you got some other suggestions to put up against it. But like I said at the beginning, I'm trying to squeeze in as many videos out here today as I can before this nasty weather moves in. So y'all make sure you stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see y'all soon.